Hello everybody, it's Mandy from Grammary Creative Arts. Thanks for joining me today. I thought I'd do a quick flip through of this very chunky monkey journal that we created during Junk Journal January. How is everyone going? I hope you're really well. So let's have a look-see. I had this lovely image from the graphics fairy and I altered it in Photoshop so that I could have the same on the back without the little flower there. And we used a really cute oval, what do you call them, doily for the spine. Excuse me. And remember, I rubbed in, it's got a really nice, almost like patina. It doesn't feel like paper. So that was the Distress glaze. I rubbed it in to the front cover. So let's open it up. Oh, we've got a bit of random rubbish. Oh, can't have that. So I've got a little pocket here from, this is lace from a wedding dress. It's got my little prompts in there. So every single page had hidden journaling. So usually in this form of a tag. So here we go. Resolutions. That was that. I really love that one. Every year you make a resolution to change yourself. This year, make a resolution to be yourself. Be yourself, people. And here we go, a quote. And this carried on from the resolution, and it said, "None of us are getting out of here alive, so please stop treating yourself like an afterthought. Eat the delicious food, walk in the sunshine, jump in the ocean, say the truth that you're carrying in your heart like hidden treasure. Be silly, be kind, be weird. There's no time for anything else. Thank you, Sir Anthony Hopkins." So in other words, be yourself. And my little, I journaled on the back of that one. A little flip out here. And throwback, this was the story, excuse me, the story was the throwback to me, my beginning of playing saxophone. Oh, I need a drink, excuse me. Oh, something got caught in the throat, a bit of dust. There was my journaling in the card that I'd repurposed. And what have we got? A tuck spot. And I've got an old letter in here that I journaled on the back of the letter, a playing card. It's been dawned. What have we got here? Daily log. Well, every single page of mine is a daily log, but we made a bit of a Franken tag with a gardening notebook that's all folded over in different pieces on the back. In the paper bag we made, and a memory. I had this photo, which is the photo that I use as my YouTube channel photo of myself there, taken, it's a selfie from Vietnam. Here we go, this was like almost a gatefold. There we go, that was stitched. I stitched around the tags. I did some hand stitching. Lots of, that's coming off. There we go. What have we? And then we're on to neutral. So we had, my journaling is on the back of this, days. Foliage. I love this one. I love these leaves. They were my journal tags for that day. Layered, a layer upon layer of this one, texture paste, lace, just lots of fun goodness. And my tags for my journaling are in the pockets. And eclectic, and this, remember, this was just using bits and pieces out of my leftovers box. This old letter has got my journaling on the back. Remember, I found half a butterfly. That was cute. Right, what is this one? Torn edges. So everything's torn here, and I've written on the back of all of those. In the lace pocket, little belly band pocket there. This was garden, and I had that little quote there that used to be in my grandmother's garden. The kiss of the sun for pardon, the songs of the birds for mirth. One is closer to God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on the earth. And I printed that out on tracing paper. Used a bit of my faux old sticky tape. Stippy tape, as my children used to say, and my journaling is underneath. Edge punched the page there. This one, what was this one? Oh, pattern. That's right. We had pattern upon pattern. I had sewing pattern, punched pattern, embossed pattern, and the back of the pages were all patterned. And remember, these pockets were made out of like this 4 or 5 layers of sewing pattern paper that I've stitched to make the pocket. It's quite strong. And I journaled on the back of those there. Opposites. And I cut out this beautiful Sizzix Tim Holtz butterfly. And it just so happened that I had a patterned colourful page and a fairly neutral page, so I went with that. And my little journaling cards were in there, being held in by that cute die. Right, flow. This was oh, Teddy, shh. This was a very simple page, but it really just did float from, it just looks very calming, beautiful. Here we are, whimsical, and I made these little houses, and my journaling is under there. Borders, so I continued this, I hinged this on, and I used this border punch, and so I continued it around. But I also made a pocket, and my journaling's on the back of that. This one, the interactive, and this opens up. Oh, yes, I've got a little notebook in there. I've got that being held closed, little paper clip and some paper string. And we have nature, little pockets here, lots of stickers just to create that garden look. Peeking out, my little mermaids peeking out of the pocket, and that's my journal spot. It was a double whammy because this little man from the next page is also peeking through the window. He also gets to dream, like he's got his books and his lips out to sea looking at the mermaids. And my journal tags for this one were all of these beautiful old book images that I Google searched and found antique books. Here we are, texture. And this one, I think I spoke about, texture can not only be texture that you feel, and these are embossed, but it can also be texture that you see. So we had a tag there, got a tag and another tag. So we had a lot of texture embossed on the vellum, the sari silk, and a little open pocket there. And we also had lots of different, all the papers were all different textures. Oops, handmade paper flower up there. Then fabric, and fabric, I just did a collage of all fabric and laces onto my journal card, and we popped a little bit of lace under the pocket. And that page just happened to have a doily, and there's a little bit of linen poking out from my tag. Here we are, ombre, and I use the beautiful distress inks from Tim Holtz. This one was Victorian Velvet, and I can't remember the names of the other ones, but that was like that. We have translucent, and this one was 4 layers of the tracing paper. Remember the picture behind it, and I kept building it up, so when we stamped at the bottom, kind of disappears. And here we are with lyrics, and I've got this folded up in the way the French used to make an envelope out of their piece of paper. So my journaling is on the back of the lyrics to my song, which was Absolutely Everybody by Vanessa Amorosi. And here, grungy. Well, we're certainly grungied up, and my journaling is on the back of this tag and on the page. But we've got lots of old music and doilies. This one with all of this encyclopedia I have, which is falling apart. And we stamped on some coffee rings there. And then the next one is hidden in here. That was geometric, and I found that beautiful architectural book from 1941 and just popped some little rulers. I scanned one of the pages with all the arches. That became my, and they just poke out there. And we've got travel. We made this really cute passport. That was from line.arrow, a freebie download. So if you head over there, and I've done my journaling inside my passport. All of these gorgeous tickets that were just from the Graphics Fairy premium site into the pocket. And yesterday's, the last day, reflect, and I had this lovely little, it was an old Christmas card that this little child sleeping, and I finally got to use my little paperclip with dream on there, as you do when you reflect, when you're dreaming, and that's goes in there. So that is my absolutely overstuffed, gorgeous, I have to say, I love it. I think it's really gorgeous. I love all of the bits poking out, all the lace and the punched edges, bits of ribbon and torn fabric, string. Look at that, absolutely chunky. This was 4 centimeters, and I think this is now about 13 or 14 centimeters here, but that's okay. It'll go into my bookshelf, and I'll have a lot of pleasure having a look back through there with all the different techniques that I used. Thank you for joining me on my journey for Junk Journal January. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've really enjoyed it. Please zip on over to my Facebook page or Instagram and add some photos and tag me if I've inspired you for your pages, for your Junk Journal January. I'd really love that. I'd love to see them. And I shall now have to actually put my thinking cap on to think of what my next video is going to be. But we will do something. So I will catch you all soon. Toodles.